back to Daily Insight.
Yes.
So today we are talking about no parking, no
No
problem.
problem.
So here we have the co-founder of Dibz. Let's all please welcome Leeroy Livias Shoko.
Hi,
Hello,
Leeroy.
good morning, Leeroy. Thanks for
Good
joining
morning, and
us.
welcome to Daily Insight.
Thank you for
Thank you
joining
so much
us.
for having me today.
Yes.
Okay, Leeroy. So our topic for today, the title actually is very interesting. No
Yes.
parking, no problem. It's like you're solving an economic problem, world problem. No
Yes, especially
parking.
here in the Philippines.
Here in the Philippines, yes,
So
okay.
people want to know, what is Dibz Parking?
Yes.
Okay, so Dibz is an on-demand mobile application that basically allows drivers to search, reserve, and be guaranteed a parking space. So let's say, you're going to Makati,
Yes.
you're driving your car. By the time you arrive in Makati, you're already, thinking, where am I going to park my car?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, of course.
And the thing is, most drivers, they only think about where they're going to park their car when they have already arrived in Makati. And so it becomes a hassle for drivers to locate available parking spaces.
True.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Yes, so just by using the Dibz application, you can actually reserve your parking space when you're still at home. And by the time you arrive there, your parking space is guaranteed.
I love it.
Yes.
It's so convenient,
no?
efficient,
Oh.
savings time. Oh.
Okay, so tell us the backstory of Dibz Parking. Why this? Did you have the same problem? Because you've been here for 9 years, right?
Yes.
Well, actually, it's actually very funny. I actually didn't drive the time I thought about Dibz.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was through meeting a lot of people. So I was working for an e-commerce company, and we're having a lot of meetings during those times.
Okay.
And people would actually, say, "Hey, Leroy, I'm sorry, I can't make it anymore." I'll say, "Okay, why can't you make it? What's going on?" "Oh, I'm here in the area, but I can't find a parking space."
Really?
Oh,
They've already arrived.
Arrived.
But
They've
since
already
it's a
arrived.
And they
problem,
cancel just because walang
yes, grabe no.
Yes, especially in places like Mega Mall, Green Hills. So, it then hit me and say, why do you come all the way from Quezon City and come to Makati and you don't know where you're going to park your car?
Yeah.
And when you come to think about it, human beings, we like to plan where we're going.
Yes.
We like to be organized.
parking.
And
Correct.
something like parking is,
You can.
before you couldn't, plan where you're going to park your car.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just think about it when you arrive there.
You
Yes.
kind of just hope that there will be available
Yes.
parking. It's
Yes.
so funny because Leroy here did not drive before you conceptualized this thing. So you got frustrated for your friends.
For my friends. And
Okay.
actually, the thing is,
For your business
the people
partners.
who were actually canceling meetings on me, that's what actually drove me to say, what, why can't we create a solution
Yes.
whereby we're then able to show you where you're going to park your car.
Okay,
So
yes.
before we started, we actually conducted a survey,
Yeah.
and we then found out, okay, it's not that there's a shortage of parking spaces in Metro Manila, but it's the underutilization of parking spaces within Metro Manila.
Oh, so you
Oh,
mean
yes.
there are
Okay.
available parking spaces?
Oh, there are a lot of parking spaces in Metro Manila, but they're just underutilized.
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's the thing. I'll give you an example. You live in Makati and you work in BGC, right?
Yes.
In a condominium. So let's say there are about 500 tenants who have cars and have parking spaces, and they all work outside BGC. And when they go to work, they drive their cars.
Yes.
So the parking spaces are left empty up to 8 to 10 hours a day.
Yes.
And these parking spaces, they're actually near office buildings, they're actually near malls, near other establishments, whereby if you go to that establishment, you can make use of that parking space, right?
Oh.
So
no?
there's a lot of underutilization. Now look at the office buildings. At night, they're left empty because people now go back home.
Yes.
Yes.
And the office buildings actually near to restaurants,
Yes.
bars, hotels.
Correct.
Yeah.
Whereby if they allow people can park there at night.
So is that what you do?
Oh.
That's what we do. So we are more like
Okay.
the Airbnb for parking spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the Airbnb of
And
parking.
it's actually just not providing the spaces but scheduling them.
Scheduling
Yes.
the
I like
spaces.
it.
Oh.
And being
Brilliant.
able to have that parking space actually gives you a peace of mind as a driver. Because if you don't find a parking space on time, you get frustrated. It ruins the mood of your day.
Yes.
Yes.
Personally, I've always had this problem. Like when I was in San Francisco, it's such a big problem that I decided not even to go there anymore.
Oh,
Yes.
just because the lack of parking. But now
Yes.
it's Dibz Parking is there. Okay, we will find out how it's used. How the nitty gritty and the technicalities of Dibz Parking on the next segment of today's episode.
So stay tuned.
Now we ask you, how do we actually use the mobile application? We hope we have a demo, pero
Yeah.
We can,
Yes, we actually do have a demo. So if you go on our YouTube or Facebook page, Instagram, you can actually be able to see how to use the application.
Okay.
Yes, so that you can
Alright.
follow along with our conversation
Right.
today.
Okay. So how do you use that?
Okay, so what you can actually download the application from Google Play Store or iTunes. Yes.
Oh, yes.
When you download the application, it's actually very easy to use.
Okay.
Yes.
Key in the destination where you're going.
Okay. For example, Makati, Greenbelt, Makati.
Okay,
Oh.
so when you type Makati Greenbelt, and after that, the parking space will now return the available parking spaces within that area where you can
Wow.
reserve.
Okay.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be the right location. So it will give you parking spaces within at least
The vicinity.
500-meter radius
Okay.
5 meter
to
radius.
where you're going.
Okay.
So that's a walking distance.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that's very
Yes.
manageable.
So
Yes.
whatever location that you pick, you can now be able to reserve the location. So we give you an electronic parking ticket, whereby you can use that now. When you arrive, you show the parking attendant, okay, this is my ticket. And all payments are done electronic payments. So we don't accept cash.
Oh,
Even-
okay.
Even with our parking attendants, we also tell them no cash payments.
So how do one
Yeah.
pay?
Okay, so you can either go to 7-Eleven, buy-it centers, and top up your Dibz Parking credits.
Okay.
Or you can use debit card or credit card through
Okay.
PayPal also.
Yes, PayPal.
Very convenient.
Very also
PayPal is
safe.
convenient. Yes, convenient
How
and safe.
specific is this space? Is it like when you get F31? Is it like a very specific space, or is
the
it
number, the number of the particular
The bay,
spot?
the number of the bay. Okay, so
Okay.
these are called parking bays. And moving forward, we're going to be numbering the parking bays. But in some locations where the building management hasn't marked the parking bays, so we simply now just direct you. The parking attendants will direct you to the available location.
Oh, so
okay.
available. And not very specific, but at least you're
Yes.
assured that there's one available for that.
Once you reserve, it's guaranteed. So if you see on our materials, we guarantee the parking space.
Okay. What
okay.
if I reserved it from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. in the afternoon?
Yes.
And then I got there late. I arrived late. Siguro mga
Oh,
3:30
yeah.
na. Will you take my parking spot or?
Well, okay, so let's say you reserve the parking space and you are 1 hour away.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we give you the leeway time of 1 hour.
Okay.
And then additional 30 minutes for just in case because there is traffic in Metro Manila.
Yes,
and
of
we
course.
do understand that.
Yeah.
We don't want you to say that you were stuck in traffic and then parking becomes a problem again. So we give you that leeway time of extra 30 minutes just in case
okay.
if you're stuck in traffic. And if you happen to exceed that, we already start charging at least 10 pesos reservation fee.
Okay. At least
you
that's
will be charged
reasonable.
lang.
Yes, you'll be
30
charged.
minutes leeway, okay na yun,
Yes.
diba?
Now, what we started talking about before in the previous segment, so we mentioned how it shows you the available public parking spaces. But you also mentioned that it also has spaces owned by individual people that they rent out.
Yes, so Dibz, with Dibz, we're the Airbnb for parking spaces.
Okay.
So we do commercial and residential parking spaces.
Okay.
Both are combined. So with the residential parking spaces, let's say, you live in BGC and you live in
Yes.
Makati, the moment you leave your house, if you have signed up to be a partner with Dibz, you can now be able to actually, say, okay, my parking space is going to be available from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Yes.
Because those are more like the working hours where people go to work and
Yes.
they're in the office. Yes, so now we will match your parking space to someone who wants to park for a certain number of hours, giving them at least a 1 hour leeway time in case you come back early,
Yes.
or they come back late, or
Yeah.
well, things like that. So
Okay.
with the residential parking spaces, it's very simple. You
Yeah.
can go on our website, sign up to be a partner, or you can, through the mobile application, you can actually
Yes.
sign up to be a partner. And all payments are done through credit card or debit
Electronic
card.
everything. It's very safe.
Electronic
Okay.
It's so
payments.
nice, Randy, because it's like targeting two birds in one stone.
Yes.
Number one, you're providing parking spaces to the car owners, and then you're providing extra income to those who own the parking spaces.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
But is there limitations on the type of residential parking? Because I know a lot of the condos in like BGC.
They have security, tight
Yes,
security.
oo.
How do you do that? Do you partner with the building admin?
Yes, so what we do is we partner directly with the building managements.
Yes.
And once the building managements approve us, we then now start marketing to the tenants.
Ayun.
And the security feature that we have in place is we don't allow all the people just to get in the building and park.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
So-
security.
Yes, so we do it more like a valet. whereby you leave the car at the entrance and our valet drivers will then drive it in. So these are accredited drivers by the building.
Oh, not by
okay.
Dibz Parking.
No, they're accredited by Dibz. They work for Dibz, and then we get them to be accredited by the building. So they're the only ones allowed to drive the
Nice.
cars inside.
So Dibz
wow.
Parking have drivers deployed to
Yes.
the parking base.
to the parking base.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So, for example, May Ann's condo in BGC, she's gonna be gone from 8 to 6, and I
Yes.
have a meeting there. I can just go onto Dibz and
I
say,
can register to Dibz
Yes.
for my parking space to be rented
To be
out,
rented out.
and then it will be offered.
yes,
to
me, I have a meeting in BGC for 2 hours. Then I go on Dibz.
Yes.
Can I pick a specific spot, like closer to my meeting, or do I just see whatever is available?
Well, okay. So let's say you're having a meeting at Esimaura.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can pick a space. If let's say Serendra, for example, is our partner, so you can now pick up to park in Serendra, and you just cross
okay.
the road. So it's more convenient for you. You
Yes.
wouldn't want to pick a space in McKinley because that's kind of far.
Yes. Okay. Since we've mentioned
Yes.
that the proximity, how about the rate? Does it change? Like for example, if the parking space is closer to my destination, do I pay a higher price than the parking na medyo malayo? That's a space, the location that I'm gonna go to.
Okay, so with the pricing, Dibz is the one that sets the pricing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say this is a residential building, it's covered, and they have security CCTV cameras in
Yes.
there. They have security guards, so it's
Yes.
much more secure if you park there. So the price also goes up.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
compared to if you go and park on the 7th floor and there's no roof.
Yeah.
Yes.
So prices differ when it comes to locations.
Yes.
But
Okay.
we always guarantee our customers that they always pay less when it comes to parking with Dibz.
Okay.
Because they can always leverage on the promo codes that we have. You
Oh,
visit our
okay.
Facebook, you get a lot of promo codes.
should
Yes.
just-
Yeah.
Yes.
What about do you have this thing where if it's a higher demand, do your prices go up? Like the other
Yes, for
apps?
example, rush hour.
Oh,
ganyan.
oh, yeah.
No, rush hour. Kunyari, office time. Tapos
Yes.
parking sa office areas.
Oo.
So now the economy that we live in, it's all about demand and supply.
Yes.
So we do appreciate the value of a real estate. So parking is real estate.
Yes.
So when there's a lot of demand, and that means that the supply is going to be limited.
Yes.
So thereby we also increase the price because they have to get the value for their real estate.
The economics
Yes.
of things.
But
Oh.
always it's guaranteed that you pay less because you make use of the promo codes.
Yes. Oh, okay. So they have that available for
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Oh, oh. So
Like-
we learned so much today about how Dibz works,
and
and
we're already very interested that we want to try Dibz Parking.
yes,
Next time
I'm
we go to Makati.
I'm already setting up my next meeting and the parking space there.
At least you're sure to have a parking
Oo.
space now. Okay, so on the next episode or the next
Yes.
segment of this episode, we're going to talk about how you operate the management of Dibz Parking, because you've already discussed with us how we operate the mobile app. Now, how do you operate your business, your
Yes.
officers, your management on the last episode?
Yes, so stay tuned. We want to know how you handle the operations.
Yes.
We know that it's an app on Google Play and iTunes, but what about
For the co-founders?
Yes, what
Yes.
about what's the regular office work for you guys?
All right, so we're 3 co-founders, myself, Donor Saurombe, my other partner, and Giovanni Minoza.
Hello.
guys.
Next
Hello.
time you guys have to
Yes.
be here also.
Yes.
And just for Dibz, we have a very great team behind us. We have a good team of developers, good team of designers,
Yes.
and a great team of valet drivers and parking attendants.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so what we usually do is we start operations at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Wow, that's so
Yes.
early.
So that's when, the people behind Dibz get in the office, ready to start serving the customers.
Yes.
Most of the garages, they open at 6 a.m.
Yes.
Yes, and we usually close around 11 p.m. Yes.
6 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yes.
I hope you guys have shifting so that people aren't working out.
For the yung mga nagpa-party or
You'd
nag-dinner
be surprised that some of the guys actually want to do overtime because they enjoy working with the customers, they
Oh,
enjoy
that's
talking
nice.
to people, and
That's so
you know,
nice.
they just provide a very good customer service, and some of our users are actually very happy about that.
Okay, if we may ask, how many staff do you have right now? How many valet drivers?
Okay, so for the valet drivers, we now have a total of 16 valet
16.
drivers
Okay,
Okay.
deployed in several different.
deployed in several locations.
Yes.
That's Makati, BGC, Ortigas,
Okay.
and very soon we're going to be opening up in Quezon City
Yes,
area.
please.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So right now it's only Makati, Ortigas, and
And
BGC. BGC. Okay.
What about
Soon
future
for Quezon
plans?
City.
Other cities?
Future plans, we plan to open in San Juan, yes, and
Oh, yes,
New Manila
also.
as well.
Ah,
Pasay is an area whereby a lot of people are saying, you know what, they need the service.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
And-
Mall of Asia area.
Of Asia
Yes.
area,
Yeah,
and
of
also
course.
Taft Avenue, because
Yes, for the
LaSalle,
students.
Taft, parking is a nightmare.
Yes,
Getting to
okay.
get a parking
Yes,
space, it's
you
very
mentioned
hard.
students.
So there's a lot of
If you could do like nearby universities
Yes.
and
Yes.
schools, that
There's
would
a
be
lot
very
of-
helpful.
So that's a lot of opportunity for Dibz Parking. Okay, how about the operations? Okay, who receives the call? Who monitors the booking online or on your mobile app?
Okay, so let's say you make a reservation
Yes.
through
Yeah.
the app. That is now sent to our parking attendants. Yes, so it's all done online. So once you make a booking, it's sent to the parking attendants. They
Oh,
receive
direct to
that,
your parking
and then
attendants.
they already keep a space available for you. And when you arrive, simply show your parking ticket, electronic,
To that
with
person.
Dibz. Yes, and after that, they will allow you to go and park.
Oh,
When you-
okay.
Easy.
So the
when you-
app is really fully functional on
True.
its own, yeah.
It's fully functional on its own, except that well, moving forward, we want to implement parking sensors, yes, so that
okay.
we're actually
Sensors.
yes, the parking sensors are now able to direct you to the exact parking bay.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, wait, how would that
It's more
work?
specific
Like
now.
if I get to the parking garage, how does that work with the sensor?
Okay, so with the sensors, once you get to the exact parking bay, so
Yeah.
let's say it's a F1,
Yes.
Yes.
right? When you go to F1, it will now automatically register that a car has been parked, and on your mobile, it will say parked, and when you leave, it will say car out, and it will charge your account.
Oh, that's
Yes.
like a higher intelligence story.
Oh, man.
That's actually full
Technology.
automation. That's full
Yes,
automation.
yeah. Well, then pretty soon you'll get the self-driving cars that don't need the
Also,
attendants.
it will provide more specific information to the customers. Diba?
Exactly,
Yes.
yes.
Uh-oh.
And well, it's actually very good that you mentioned about the self-driving cars.
Yeah?
Because
Yes.
what we're moving forward to do is the self-driving cars need parking spaces.
Of course,
Yes.
yeah.
So the
Uh-oh.
sensors can now be able to communicate with the set nav of the vehicles, and no need for mobile application. So we embed that on the set nav, and
Oh.
you're actually able to navigate to the exact parking space.
Okay, so is that one of your future plans? You're
That's in the
already,
pipeline.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
wow.
Okay, it's
See?
so funny, no? Yung car, it doesn't need a driver,
Yes.
but it does need a parking space.
Yes. That's more important than the actual driver.
Ang galing, no?
Oh.
Okay, so Dibz Parking is already working on that. So
Yes.
kahit na driverless yung car mo, you can actually also book.
Also,
Yes, yeah.
So nice.
We learned so much today about Dibz,
Yes.
and a lot of our viewers, they are aspiring entrepreneurs of startups, just like how you did. Now, is there any advice that you can share with them that can help them in starting their businesses?
Well, the only advice I would give you is, if you have a dream that you want to follow, you better wake up and start working on it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of entrepreneurs, they do have these ambitions, they have these high goals, but they're afraid to get out there and do it. And mostly, they say, because I don't have the money, or they're waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
So there'll never be a perfect time where it's perfect to do anything.
Yeah.
If you look at most people say, okay, next week I'm going to go to the gym.
Mhm.
Or when I get a raise, and then I'll go to the gym. Or, they plan on something and they don't do it.
They don't
Yes,
So
of course.
I'll say to most entrepreneurs, get out there, you do it. As long as you're passionate about it and you
Yes.
believe in yourself, I think you'll be able to do it. It has worked for me, and it has worked for so many people. And if you just go out there and do it, it would work. Don't give up on anything that you're working on.
Yes.
And there are a lot of resources out there in the startup community.
True.
So there are a lot of mentors who are willing to teach you. Even some of us,
Right.
me and my partner, we always talk to a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
We have a group of students that come to our office, and we always mentor them, teach them on how they can start their own company and where they can get a lot of resources.
Yeah.
If you look at DTI is helping a lot of entrepreneurs. Now they're actually
Yes.
giving these loans to actually start
Correct.
a
There's a lot
business.
of
Yes.
Very
opportunities
helpful.
now. Okay,
Yes.
since you've mentioned that, I can't help but ask. Sorry, kasi patapos na tayo. But okay, given that you're telling the aspiring entrepreneurs to don't give up, to just do it. How long did it take you to conceptualize this?
Yes.
Okay, so we started talking about Dibz in 2016.
Okay,
Okay.
so last year.
Last year.
So,
That's when
yes.
we started talking about Dibz, and we thought, you know what? let's just go out there and do it. Because, you know,
Yeah.
I have an IT background. My partner Donald has a business background, and Giovanni has an IT background as
Okay.
well.
IT business background.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's when we say, you know, why can't we go out there and do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you started thinking about this last year lang. It's
Yes.
not actually a very long time, no? So that should give motivation and inspiration also to the aspiring
Yes.
entrepreneurs out there na hindi kailangan mag-overanalyze. Minsan
Oo.
kasi it's like analysis paralysis.
Yes.
You always think of things tapos you don't put action in it.
Yes.
So sayang.
But when you have a good idea that's really solving a
Yes.
problem that everyone
Correct,
faces,
then just do it.
yes, then it's good. Oh, so I hope our viewers learned a lot
Yes.
today. One of the
Thank
good
you,
advices
Leeroy.
is
Thank you
look
so
for
much
a
for having me.
mentor
Yes.
also.
Look for a mentor and then yung maraming resources nowadays. diba?
Yes. Oh, let's say hi to some of our viewers.
Yes.
Prof. L watching. He is the host
Hello
of Business
po, Prof.
Cafe.
L.
Hello.
Hi, Prof.
Yes.
Michelle De La Cruz, good day. Violeta Olegario.
Marche Villacorta and
Yes.
of course Miss Gilda.
Gilda, yes. We'd also like to thank our sponsor, Vandara Thai Facial Spa.
Thank you,
Spa,
Ara.
and invite you to the Arena Weekend Market every Saturday and Sunday
Let's-
for fitness and fun.
Yes, and let's greet Miss Mais Sandico a happy birthday. It's her
Yes,
birthday.
happy
Happy birthday,
birthday,
Miss Mels.
and
Happy
happy
birthday,
anniversary,
Miss.
7th
2 p.m.
anniversary.
CM events.
Yes,
Yes.
okay. So these are mornings filled with meaningful business talk.
Giving you useful advice on how to win at your career.
I am Randy
I
Bernardino.
am Mayan Manzano and this is
Daily Insight.